Hello everybody, this is Get Games and welcome back to a Crossout update review. Today we're gonna review the update Crossout 0.8.40 Snowstorm. And this one dropped like a bomb. There were, as far as I know, no notification from this. And I have to say, this is quite a few nice items to be added. Yes, among them they did add up new pack, but I do want to point out that the new pack items are gonna be craftable later. So it's basically right now like an early access for the people that actually buy the pack, and of course they give coins. So do not be like, oh my god, they added another like, pay to win item, because the new pack items are, in my opinion, not necessarily overpowered. They're just new interesting stuff, and it'll be available crafting for later, similar to how the tsunami and fuse were craftable later on. So now let's get right into the update. So we got a new missions and items with new fireworks and stickers, as well as some new paints and decorative items, and they're pretty fancy. So first we got a new brawl, Christmas heist. I'll be doing it later with a new video. And the Scoundrel Grunge hates holidays. He stole a pack of gifts and the Christmas tree suddenly destroyed. Your task is to get into his den, save the tree, return the person, and teach grunts a lesson. With the beginning of the brawl, survivors need to get to the gate in the lair of the evil Grunge, fighting against our arrogant minions. The henchmen of Grunge will try to destroy the stolen Christmas tree, which you need to protect by any means. Survivors must find stolen graves or return them to the point of evacuation. Grunts will not tolerate such a brash intrusion, evacuate enough gifts, and get ready to face the Christmas kidnapper face to face. The Desert Christmas Heist is a PvE brawl where players battle with the raiders. So even though it's a brawl, it is more of a PvE mission, and it's temporarily one, so that's why they decided to put it in brawl instead. But basically, it's a defense mission fused with a cargo race mission. And that's actually a pretty interesting thing. So while you are defending, at the same time, you must go around the map and collect stuff. So basically, you need to split up. You have two teams. And on top of that, instead of and at the start, you actually have to take over the tower, similar to how the new Frontier Defense mission works. And that it really makes it an interesting concept, really. And who knows, we might actually see this thing later, like in the update. I mean, okay, it is kind of just the recently added Frontier Defense, but it still makes it's a nice different version. So yeah, lost and found explosives. Those are uh exchange items similar to the specific the coins from the Nechti event. Is a temporary resource crackers. Create this in to the 70 for the change of New Year. Have long lost the ability to explode, but some benefit from them can be extracted until the snowstorm is over. Crispity sold or bought in the in-game market. And during the event snowstorm, in this mode you get 5 crackers in the case of defeat 1 cracker. So that's the PvP mission version. And during the event, there's additional data searching for crackers. For 2 victories on Brawl Christmas Heist, you get 500 crackers of them. So that's a lot. And at the beginning of the in-game at the end of the in-game effect, all unused crackers will remove the game. So be sure to at the last day get rid of all of them, because otherwise you're going to lose coins. Better to buy a few and then use them to craft something, than or sell them, than not do anything with them. So that's kind of other kind of uses. And you can get a festive container in exchange for crackers, and you can also exchange for working firework launchers. And those launchers will be temporary decor items, which is kind of sad. I wish they were permanent, because those would be much better. And temporary workbench, yeah, where you can change crackers, 1500 of them, scrap metal 500, copper 50. For a gift container, gives it decorations, dice, and the new stickers. More of that later. And the workbench will change scrap metal, copper, and crackers for festive fireworks. Fireworks have a temporary decoration valid period 7 days. Can be first installed on a car. Only one firework can be installed on the armored car. That is to prevent an extreme amount of lag. And you got blue and red and green. The small ones probably launch only one, and they give uh just the extra 2%, and it will launch festive rockets with unrestrained joy. It's fireworks, rarity rare, and it's craftable for 200 scrap metal, 110 copper, and 400 crackers. This is not really that valuable. This is pretty expensive for a 7-day rare piece of fireworks. I would put it in the like put your crackers into the crate instead. Only if you're very rich, you should go for these ones, just because they're really cool overall. And here we got epic versions, fires 3 of them, and the Crossout one launches 6 of them, and the last one in the Crossout logo. That's actually pretty cool. And Scar Santa puts in the crate price every time. It can be. There are a few horns. So we got the Rudolph's horn, we got the Rudolph's nose, and hunting trophy for rare. And those are all horns, so they give your horn, so the H button, different sound. And you can set it on epic, Iron Fodder on epic. And we also got 2 winter tires and frostbite, as those are non horns. And one is epic, one is legendary. The frostbite is currently the best piece of decoration in the game, so it will definitely be very valuable because it gives 5% compared to the 4% normal legendary parts. So you only need 5 parts to reach the current maximum of 25% limit, and only 5 parts compared to what 7. Actually, you need at least 7 parts for normally, and now you would only need 5. So you can actually save 2 parts that you can use on normal armor or other equipment. And we got some new dice. So 2 rares, Festive Taste, Camel Flask, and New Year is epic, and Nerf and Fairy Tale is legendary. I'm requesting these stuff. I'm gonna request those as well later, and I'll show them off all like in a week. So it will take a while for me to actually obtain them. Let's say the Gajin team isn't that fast with adding them to my account, so that's kind of sad. So yeah, anyway, now there's kind of stickers. They're still in a sort of beta phase, so that's why they're adding specifically for the event to make them harder to obtain. And basically, stickers, you can decorate them. You cannot put more than 2 stickers on a car. Not tied to welding points. They can be used together with paints. Here's the time the stickers always applied over the paint, so here you can see paint. And a pretty awesome cat, which I'm probably gonna add for the lols on most of my builds, once I have 2 of them, because you can only put 2 of them as set. And apply the top of each other. The last sticker will overlap the first one, and they can sold bought on the market. So we got 1 rare, 4 commons, here an epic, 2 rares, epic, rare, epic, and legendary and common. So this is kind of a chaos right here. So there are a few commons, few rares, and 4 epics, and 1 legendary. So we got the new garage here going on with the new pretty cool decor stuff, and of course the giant tree is returning. From last year, 2, and the year before that, every year they give us the giant tree, and it's just amazing. This time they did change it a little bit. They make it slightly bigger and added wraps around, and they made it way more detailed. So it's way prettier, and it's pretty nice. So here's the big meat of the update, for my opinion, the Froststorm pack. I wouldn't buy it, but just the items that are added, they're really cool. So first we got the epic Icebox cabin, which is basically just the front section right here. If you can see, that part there is the cabin, and it's awesome. I am kind of sad that I decided to like put normal parts right here instead of the big um the rare decoration part which you would normally put up there. I can't cut the name on there, so I will like probably when I'm gonna do a cover of this specific one, because same with the step spider cabin like pack. I'm gonna do a video about it where I'm gonna upgrade these to actual combat level and make them useful, basically. So it gives 11 energy, 9,000 kilograms tonnage, 19,000 weight limit, so it's a very heavy cabin. It has 455 structure points, which is also really cool. And damage from weapons with limited rotation angles increased by 10%. That features all of them. So non-turreted cannons, non-turret machine guns and shotguns, and the rocket launchers. I probably even the missile launchers. I'm not sure if those, because those are not limited. Those are kind of eliminated, so they cannot turn at all. Um, it's a lot of them that actually get approved. So there are a lot of options there. So you might want to use this on something like a twin tsunami, because since now tsunamis no longer specifically get the charge bonus when it hovers, they actually need to stand still. You're probably gonna need a land vehicle with it, and this cabin is probably the big one to use with, because you're gonna overcharge your damage by 10 additional percent. And who doesn't want that? I mean, who doesn't want a 10% extra damage? I do want to point out it's an epic rarity cabin, so do not shout, hey, it's overpowered compared to the trucker, because the trucker is a rare cabin. And I still agree the cabins should be 8, 10, 12, depending on rarity, instead of like this, because that would make them even more balanced, in my opinion. But enough running for that. On to the SD M26 Tackler. It's a new frontal machine gun. It used to be in the game a long time ago, actually. But it's really cool. And oh shit, that's loud. That's loud. I thought it was a 3D module again, but that's a video actually. So basically, the machine gun right there. That's what we got new. Those machine guns are actually pretty impressive as well. They have 3 points of power consumption, as well as just like the Defender, and as more structure points. It is more optimized to like stack them on top of each other, so that is also nice. It looks like it's more of a vertical angle one than a horizontal one, so I don't know how much firing angles it has. I'll have to take a look at that later. And as increased resistance to damage, perk does not work when shooting. So when not shooting, it gets damage resistance, and you do not get that when you're not shooting. When you're shooting, actually. And also, this cabin also you get the light engine, basically Razorback. Actually, Razorback is the heavy engine, I think. Yeah, it's the heavy cam, and it's the rare heavy engine, and probably a rare. So first, yeah, this is the rare cooler, which helps on the machine guns. And the Razorback, overall, it's pretty bad engine, but it can increase mass limits on lighter cabins, so it's decent. And you get the Jack Frost unique hero portrait that you can otherwise not obtain. So if you want to be total Christmas, this is the way to get it. And you also get the Cold Flame and Aluminium. Aluminium is the same paint as we got on the Born to Fly pack, so it's kind of sad there that we get to like get it in 2 packs, because basically you get 2 of them and it gets even more flooded of those paints, so it will lower in value even more. But Cold Flame, it's a pretty cool one. It isn't entirely orange, as you can see right here. There's a little bit of purple on there, and I have to take a look how it exactly looks, but it looks pretty cool. And this is a maximum number of parts increased to 55 pack, so it's less than the actual Tarantula pack, and it also gets 2100 in-game coins. I have not checked the price on this. I will cover in the next episode. I'll actually talk about if it's actually worth it, in my opinion, or not. Because, well, if this thing is above 25, then I doubt I would actually take this, even though it's 3 epics and a decent amount of coins. No. Also, if you are gonna buy this, I would buy it more sooner than later. They want to point out because again, the cabin and guns are gonna be craftable, so now they're gonna be high in price, but once they get added, they will lower in price drastically. And so be aware of that, so you don't be raging like I bought it yesterday and now they make it craftable. Now I got a very low amount of bang for my buck. So you need to watch out for that. So if you're doing it because of the pack and the gun, like the cabin and guns, please wait until they're craftable and just craft them and or buy them from the market then, instead of like putting your money into this. Just be smart in that regard. To be honest, like otherwise you're gonna waste your money. To be honest. So yeah, here's some lore on the cabin. These cabins should be a key attribute to the rituals of the Frost Sack. Inside they maintain sub-zero temperatures and play dramatic music, but if you throw out that it's superfluous, there's enough room for armor and additional equipment. And Jack is one of the last representatives of the Frost Sack, a small closed commune that held its cold rituals even before the disaster. A few years ago, the Sack ceased to exist. One of its own could not stand the stress and burned down its native village. Nobody knows who it was, so the remaining Frost survivors are hunting each other. As if atoning for some crimes, Jack tried to be kind to ordinary people and give them gifts. You may bring a severed radar head or make a necklace from teeth. Bring a severed radar head. Yeah, that's an awesome gift. I would be happy to take that. Both critters and adults avoid it for some reason. Maybe because he's giving a severed radar head, so Jack has to wander in the wastelands in search of those who can make him happy. He can make happy. Make him? No. He can. Okay. Game modes. Change condition for all tasks. So if you progress or for seasons, or missions like quests, you need to complete the minimum required for receiving the reward in battle. So that so like participate in battle with something, you need to get the minimum requires to get a reward. Doesn't necessarily need to be the common item, but you need at least to get like 5 scrap from the battle to actually take it into the progress count. And I'm not really sure what this really means. No longer receives patches in battle mode, but probably. Also, they have said that they're working on getting the respawns separated instead of like all together, so that's nice. And anyway, on to the next one, brawls. So there's a monthly reward participating in these brawls. You need to take a part in a certain number of battles. So from January 1 to 2018, the mechanics will be changed, and the reward will be weekly. To receive the reward, the player will need to take places from 1 to 4 in the brawls for quite a long time. A new award for successful fulfillment condition container of the prospector. So we're getting a container instead of the decor items. So that's kind of sad, but I guess it's better than nothing. I would have paints or stuff like in that instead though. So race, base amount of reputation received after this battle is changed to 1,000. Storm warning, the number of reputation points received for every second after the storm warning has been changed to 5. So I'm not sure how much it was beforehand, so I can't really comment on this. It just changes, and I'm not sure what it actually did. And the base amount of scrap received from this one is 32 for the Black Scorpions. And brawls and missions equally effective. Brawls are familiar each with their own unique gameplay. This is their advantage over the usual battles. So they want to make the usual battles basically you're grinding stuff. Brawls are to have fun, basically. So Rage, Escort, difficult, medium, and difficult. And hard, they made the medium escort increased damage by radius of Nomad's faction, and the structure of Nomad's faction is also increased. Now for difficult, they've both been increased by 20%. Defense, damage on medium, all of them do 20% more damage. And structure are all 20% increase as well. And for difficult, lunatics increased by 10, nomad scavengers by 20 of both armor and damage. Heist, damage and structure with nomad scavengers all increased by 20, and the hard also by 20. Cargo race in same thing. All factions got 20% more damage and armor on both medium and difficult, and medium and hard, I mean. And for tier defense, damage increased by 10% for all factions on medium, and on hard for only the lunatics only 10%, while for the other two 20%. And the amount of protection participating in battle and practice mode is reduced by 25%. That hurts quite a lot. So they really make it like, okay, this is just for the start, and after that you're gonna go right through to the normal battles. And oh, I see now. Now stickers received in certain action comment are called patches. That's probably because stickers are the new items. So the mean in Bedlam, they do not receive any more of those stickers. So that's, I now understand that what I exactly meant with that. So basically you don't receive those stickers anymore. I hope they will add these stickers as like items that you can actually do in the game. That would be really cool. So like if the first two times you earn one of those stickers, they actually go into your inventory. So you can add them on your builds if you want to. And now in dropdown renews available, right click them out. Inactive items are removed. This is just interface stuff, you can read it down yourself, but nothing special actually here, and nothing important overall. And yeah, that's about it really. It's a pretty cool confused random like here. Lol. But it's pretty cool. I definitely want to try around with the new machine guns and cabin, or the new machine guns might actually start a new meta, because the defenders already are pretty good in the current meta, but these ones might be even better. Anyways, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this episode, of course, and I'll be out with actual gameplay very soon. Bye, guys!